lot of the families expressed that to me, that their greatest fear is that their son or daughter will be forgotten, that nobody will remember what they did. What these kids have done is give their lives so this country can remain free, and that means quite a bit. And to allow them to be forgotten or not even noticed is unacceptable. My name is Sid Busch from Goose Creek, South Carolina. I retired Navy Senior Chief Petty Officer, and I run in honor of fallen heroes, young men and women who have sacrificed their lives in defense of the country. I do marathons and half marathons for them and present my finishers' medals to the families as my way of showing that their loss has not gone unnoticed. Well, this is the 20th anniversary of the Chicago Marathon, which was kind of a unique event. This is back when I was a fast runner, but a lot of medals. One of the Boston marathons I ran was for a young kid. I think he was 5 or 6 at the time. He had cystic fibrosis, and when I finished, I sent him the Boston Marathon medal, and people ask me, isn't it hard giving away a medal? And his parents sent me a picture of him wearing the medal, and I always send that picture to them saying, look at this picture, it's not hard at all. My goal when I started this was, if at the end of a marathon somebody said, hey, did you see that guy running in honor of Josh Klinger? I would have been very happy if they didn't know my name. But somehow word about what I do has gotten out, and I get more attention than I really think I deserve.
We are talking to Sid Busch. He's going to be out there tomorrow morning with us running in the Baltimore Marathon. He runs all of his marathons in honor of fallen men and women who have lost their lives.
Off of these people, especially this guy right here, Sid Busch. He's a Navy veteran, and he actually ran in the Baltimore Running Festival last year. That was his 200th marathon. Wow, how do you do it?
I've been interviewed on TV, radio, I've had articles in newspapers, and that gets the word out to a lot more people than just if I just ran. So, I accept the honor people bestow upon me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the good luck today. Absolutely. Good luck today, okay?
But sometimes I tell people, I say, I'd like to meet this guy you're talking about, because it can't be me. But it's a humbling experience.
Prepare ye the way on the Baltimore roads tomorrow. Have your e-bibs ready.
I'm running the inaugural Baltimorean. I'll be doing the 5K, and when I finish the 5K, I head to the start line of the half marathon. Today I am helping hand out runner's bibs.
Thank
Get out, head around into the shirts. Make sure you get 2 shirts, 5K and out.
Hi, I have 2.
It's incredible. We've been racing with him. I think I've been recognizing him for probably 4 or 5 years. We do almost all the same races from Baltimore down to Disney.
We've been running several marathons with him. We were there last year for his 200th marathon here in Baltimore. Always a positive guy, just lots of fun to be around.
I just admire him so much for his dedication.
And it's just inspiring to see him always out there with his flag, trudging along, running for some hero. It's inspiring. It makes you keep going.
I was a music major in college for 1.5 years and decided that wasn't for me. So I went to my original plan A and joined the Navy and went into submarines. I had a great childhood. I never knew we were poor till I got older. My mom and dad both worked. My dad was a welder at the Brooklyn Naval Shipyard. My mom was a medical assistant. And my older brother Peter and I, we never wanted for anything. Got into running seriously in 1981. I ruptured a disc in my back and the Navy was going to medically disqualify me from submarine duty, and that was the only reason I joined the Navy, to be on submarines. So I made a deal with the medical review board that if I ran a marathon, it proved I was fit for submarine duty. My cousin was lost at the World Trade Center in 2001, and we had run 6 marathons together. And in 2002, I ran all 6 in his memory. And I met a gentleman who had started a group called Running in Honor of Fallen Heroes, and I ended up taking over, and then through word of mouth, what I was doing kind of spread around, and it kind of took over my life. Started running wearing a picture of the young person on my back, and I'm no longer a fast runner, so people can see and read who the person is and what they did. And I carry a 3x5 American flag with me, which gets me noticed. I used to be able to run marathons in under 3 hours, and I could run a half marathon in maybe an hour and a half. And now it takes me 3.5 hours, and it just, my mind is telling me, you can do it, and my body's saying, yeah, right, no way. But it just annoys me because I feel like I'm letting these kids down if I don't finish. A lot of the families really appreciate what I do, and it means quite a bit to them that their son or daughter has not been forgotten. The second person I ran for was Josh Klinger, and I got to meet his mom and dad and learn about him. It's a very emotional thing when you're speaking to the parents of somebody who's been lost. It means, you know, it's, I can never put myself into their shoes.
We're Sharon and Phil Klinger, proud parents of Lance Corporal Joshua Klinger, USMC.
As a child, Josh was the jokester of the family. He was always doing goofy things to make you laugh.
What else did you get? Oh, some pea soup!
He was the middle child, and he definitely fit that role well. He came home one day, I still remember we were in the kitchen, and he told me that he enlisted in the Marines. He told me that he wanted to do the Marines because that was the most elite group, and he wanted to prove himself and to see the world. He wanted to be the best that there could be, and that was a United States Marine.
Hey everyone, it's Josh. Just want to say what's up. I'm still in Fallujah. In about 45 minutes, we're going to raid a house, and hopefully we'll find a weapons cache. And we're going to walk to say right now. I'll tell you guys that later. I just want to let you guys know I'm alright. Alright, bye.
We corresponded in boot camp, He would talk about all of the things that they used to do for PT, and when they would get reprimanded, how the whole platoon would get reprimanded. He never once complained about it. He said it was to make a better Marine of himself, and that was his mission in life, to be the best Marine that he could be. We found out on a Monday morning, of course, by the knock on the door from 2 Marines, and knew immediately why they were standing there to tell us that Josh was killed. He had been on a foot patrol at 1 in the morning, very close to his firm base and very near ending the foot patrol. And crossing a main intersection, he was killed by a remote detonated IED while he was on patrol.
Sid has told a lot of people about our son, and so Jimmy isn't forgotten. I can't even explain to anybody how much that means to me.
One of the people I ran for, James Malachowski, I read about him, and I guess it was his 5th tour in Afghanistan, and the night before he left, he was talking to his mom in the kitchen. He said his greatest fear was that if he was killed, nobody would know he had lived. And I thought at 25, you're not supposed to be thinking thoughts like that.
Yeah, Jimmy said he didn't want to be forgotten. Our son knew he was going to die. Yeah. And I told me he wasn't coming home this time. And it's hard to live with hearing those words in my head. I told Sid that, and I said Jimmy said he wasn't coming home, and he just hoped people didn't forget he ever lived. I go often. Yeah. At least once a month I go down there to sit and be with him. It does not make me feel better. Nothing makes me feel better, but just his closeness. He close to him. I still miss him. It doesn't go away. I miss him very much. My sweet little boy.
When I first met Sid, I thought he was a very compassionate man, and the things he's been doing for the families of the fallen with him, running the races and carrying the American flag, kind of goes beyond words of running for the families is something else.
A true patriot.
Yeah.
A true patriot. Yeah. Very compassionate.
Sid is a true patriot. We are honored that Sid continues to do this for Gold Star families.
We just want to thank Sid from the bottom of our hearts for everything he has done. Sid has a really big heart, and we want to thank him for that. We love you, Sid.
He carries a hole in his heart that's huge. I mean, his wife and his little tiny baby were killed by a drunk driver years and years and years ago. With that burden that he carries inside of him, he still reaches out to all these people and their families, and he never says anything about the wound that he carries. But he's out there every weekend running for another hero. And that man to me is one of the most compassionate people that I have ever met in my life, that he would give that much. What a phenomenal human being.
I always think that if one person remembers the name of the kid I'm running for, then I've done my job. And thanks to all the publicity I get, I'm getting a lot more people than I could ever have thought know the names of these kids.
Ladies and gentlemen. Senior team, Sid Busch will complete his 200 marathon. Honoring two of our fallen heroes.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. I'm crying for your both father. I am proud to put this around your neck. Thank you. I'm so proud to meet you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you. God bless you, and I love you, Sid. I love you. Thank you. Oh, you're doing a great job. Congratulations, and thank you, sir.